Week 11 of documenting my business journey until we hit £1 million in revenue. So yesterday, without doubt, was the lowest day of my life. I had to ring up all of our finance companies and subscriptions and direct debits and say, I think those payments are going to bounce. And even worse than that, I've just got off a phone call with Ben and Jono, two of the most amazing people on the earth and two of the best people that I've ever hired. The only two people I've hired, but they will remain the best two people I've ever hired. And I've just had to say to them, like, I might not be able to make payroll on Friday. And we've still got loads of invoices that are due and overdue, and if they all get paid on Friday, we're cushy, we're sorted. But it's the unknowing. And it makes you realise that when you run a service-based business, everything that you do is to the timeline of somebody else or the client. And there's certain things that you can do to keep things moving along and get people to say yes quicker and all that sort of stuff. But ultimately, the control is still out of your hands. And we don't know how long a project will take until we actually go through the motions. And we're hoping to get a few yeses on some quotes that we've put out. There's some end of year budgets that need to be cleared. And so if all of those get yeses and paid up, and all of the projects that are due and overdue, we could end up taking in more money this month than we ever have done since I started. And yet we're sat here on the Tuesday and I'm ringing up all of the finance companies saying your payment might bounce. Like, how in the world does that make sense? And in fact, tomorrow I've got a phone call for the biggest project we will have ever done, potentially will ever do, 30, 40, maybe £50,000 worth of work. And if that gets a yes, this is without doubt the greatest month, regardless of how much money comes into the bank. If that gets a yes, like, unbelievable. But I've got no clue. And I've got no clue until Friday. I've got no clue until I open up my bank account on Friday and see if anything's being paid. And business has been tough, the past few months especially, and that's the same for all businesses. More businesses have gone bust in the past 12 months than have done during COVID. That is a fact. That shows how difficult it actually is. And for us, the uncertainty or the gap in the middle between what could be the worst and could be the best, that gap in the middle is bigger than it's ever been. I've had moments of uncertainty in business, plenty of them, where you're not sure if something's going to get paid a few days out from the end of the month. But this I've never ever experienced on this level. And it's just a crazy culmination of some projects taking longer to say yes, some projects taking longer to complete, to get approved, to get paid, and then just timelines in general being a little bit off camber to what we would maybe want or would be ideal. And you put them all together and all of a sudden you've got a pretty shit month. And that's us at the moment. But it could still be our best ever. It could be our worst ever. Right now I'm planning for the worst, but hoping for the best. So fingers crossed, I will see you next week.